past is a mirror to the future, or so a friend once said to me. I did not believe it then. I do now. The past walks with us. Its face is the face of all those we have hated, all we have loved, all we have failed. They say that to be an agent of the Imperial Inquisition is to see the true horror of the universe and still have the will to prevail. As with all things, there is another face to the truth. I have looked on the terrors of the universe and cast them down. I have judged billions and forgiven some. I have known victory and touched defeat. And the lesson that all my years as an Inquisitor have taught me is that it is not enough to prevail. We have to endure the poison of history. We have to survive our own sins. My name is Gregor Eisenhorn, and these deeds were mine.
Sounds like an engine. Where? What direction? I can't make it out. Seems like it's all around us. Can't you hear it? Is that what you mean? Yeah, that's it.
Hunting the recidivist Merdin Iklon, I came to Hubris in the dormant of 240.M41, as the Imperial sidereal calendar has it. Dormant lasted 11 months of Hubris's 29-month lunar year, and the only signs of life were the custodians patrolling the precincts of the hibernation tombs. Where are the tomb's custodians?
They are making their rounds.
Knowing we approach? Knowing we expect to meet them?
I will check.
Okay, I'm going to hang out here for a minute so I can keep talking. I don't want to talk over them because it's a very story.
I had heard of the bitter cold and prayed to the Emperor that I would never feel it again.
God damn it. But I'm trying to talk over the story, but I wanted to talk for a couple seconds. So, God damn it.
How?
Stay back.
Okay, now I should be allowed to talk, because obviously I wasn't allowed to before. But, so, my recording kind of went bad. I had recorded this without adjusting some settings on my recording software, and I didn't check it after I finished recording. So, my problem being is that the encoder that I was using was doing some weird shit with the stuff. It recorded, all the audio got recorded, all my settings are good for audio. But my video settings, I thought I had tweaked them and I had saved them as my default settings. It didn't save. So when I went to go start recording games again, it pretty much went defaulted back to whatever the settings were set at before. But right now, my settings are good, or they should be good. I'm recording at a stable 30 frames a second during this game. I'm playing at 60. So everything should be good now with this set of recordings, so I can actually bring you guys the game. You guys can enjoy this as much as I was enjoying it, even though I was recording it and I lost footage. But it happens. It's every person will lose footage, lose pictures. It just happens. But now that I've got that off, I've told you guys what happened. Let's go ahead and dive into this game. I don't know if if restarting the campaign like I did has reset my gear, so I might be using higher level gear. But the way this game has been based so far is pretty much that your gear, as far as I've been playing, and I played a couple hours of this, I don't think you can buy all of the gear in the first go-around of the game. I think you need to come back and replay and look for more stuff. But let's go ahead and go run in here. Go ahead and see more dead guys. Or the dead Custodes. As far as the graphics go, this is an older game. So it's not... like, it didn't come out yesterday. This isn't new. It isn't brand new. So the graphics aren't like stupid high-level quality.
Sectional 212 was a hibernation tomb at the west end of the Great Imperial Avenue. It housed 12,142 members of the hubris ruling elite.
But I will definitely say, I'm kind of glad that some of my footage got lost because I didn't know how to do some stuff. But now I do.
Be careful, Loris. You know how dangerous Eisenhorn is.
He's an animal, a dangerous one, but we'll put him down.
We have him cornered. That'll make him more of a threat than ever. Watch your back.
You too, Eisenhorn.
One of the few complaints that I will have about this game is, you'll notice that I have no weapons on me. Your weapons just kind of materialize out of thin air, and I kind of don't really care for that feature. But there's not much you can do. They probably did it to limit game FPS as well as focus on other stuff.
Eager to close and conclude a business that had lasted 6 years. Eisenhorn had evaded me for 6 whole years. I studied his methods every day and dreamed of him every night. Now, I could smell him.
Oh, that's right. I have my fucking controller plugged in. I'm using my keyboard and mouse. Fuck this shit. I might as well just grab my controller if it's going to prompt me for controller. You know what I mean? Use what you got. Oh, yeah, this is much nicer. More dead guys. So, the way that I'll know is there's checkpoints that I can go to. He's going to talk here, watch.
In every direction, rows and rows of ice berths ranged down the smooth basalt chambers. It was like walking into the Imperium's grandest morgue.
See? I called it. But there's a lot of audio in this game, so don't expect me to be talking over all of it and everything. I'm going to try to let the story tell itself.
Their eyes were dark and unforthcoming, as though they had done this mindlessly. By order.
I forgot how to use the gamepad to attack. Oh, we're back in it, boys. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck, no, take the gun out. Take the gun out. No. Damn it. That's the way that I know if my stuff's saved, is I have a different gun than you start out with. But I don't think I can use the gun at the beginning of the game. We'll see. But yeah, because I have a different sidearm. I'm a fan of the Space Marines, so I'm using a bolt pistol. Because if you can use a bolt pistol, why not? I do appear to be killing them a bit faster than normal. Okay, how do I roll? There we go. Good night, sweet prince. Yeah, fucked him up. Okay, let's go.
Eisenhorn! Eisenhorn! Eisenhorn!
My glorious question with this situation right now is, she's yelling for us, and we don't have a Vox to, you know, communicate back to her to say, hey, yeah, what do you need? Hi, yeah, I'm here. Alley-oop. Yay. Money. We'll also know, like, the first time I get to an armory, I can check my gear.
All my life, I have had a reputation for being cold, unfeeling. I am not, but I possess a singular force of will. To feel pain, fear, or grief is a luxury I cannot afford. Throughout my career, it has served me well to steel myself against all that this wretched galaxy can throw at me. Loris Vibben had served with me for 5.5 years. In that period, she had saved my life twice. When I recruited her from the clan slums of Tornish, it was for her combat skills. But I came to value her for her sharp mind, soft wit, and clear head. I stared down at her body for a moment. I believe I may have uttered her name. I made a promise to myself. I would kill Eisenhorn with this gun.
Yes, I do have my gear. Yeah, eat shit and die. Look at that thing. Done. I'm sorry, like I said, I like the bolters, dude. Bolt pistols and shit, just like how ridiculously sized they are compared to normal people. Oh my god, it's amazing. Okay, so kind of some interesting things about this game that I figured out while playing. You have limited ammunition per combat scenario, but in between combat scenarios, your weapon automatically, you regain your ammunition. So it's pretty much like you have one magazine at the start of every combat scenario, but you can pick up ammunition while you're here. Fuck you, iClone. Look at this fucking cheese head.
Eisenhorn? Gregor, is that you?
Who talks like that, man?
You're dead, you know, Gregor. Dead like they all are. Step out and make it quick. He was good. I'll give him that. My legs actually twitched, almost starting to walk me clear of cover into the open. Eisenhorn was infamous across a dozen settled systems for his mind powers and mesmeric tone. How else had he managed to get these dark-eyed fools to do his bidding? But I have similar skills, and I have honed them well. Show yourself first.
Although one thing that, this camera, man, no. Oh, that's why it was doing all funny. You wanna shoot me, motherfucker? Die! Dude, this fucking bolter is just so powerful. That's why I wanted to get it. It's kind of weird, though. The starting pistol... Here, I'll show you. I have an armory right here. Okay, interact. Oh, hey, look. I still have my companions from other stuff. Okay. So you have the bolter here. Oh, shit. Plus 12 additional damage? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry, I'm oogling over the giant freaking cannon I get to use. So you have different weapons. You have, you know, shotguns, everything, las guns. This is the first pistol you get. So as you can see, it is technically stronger than my bolter. I think, yeah, it adds plus 12 to my bolter. But I lose 2 shots. That's my problem with this, is that it has less ammo. This, I think, might have the most ammo. Yeah, the las pistol has the most ammo, but I lose damage. I lose a lot of damage. So I'm like, no, I'm not about that. I want big fucking cannon, lot of fucking damage, right? So we're gonna upgrade this, give us more fucking kicking power. There we go. And then you have this section, which is pretty much like your buffs. I've only bought into this one because this adds damage and adds pause for breath, which comes in later. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you can buy all of this stuff. Like, look at how much there is. I don't think you can buy all of this in one game playthrough. And your stuff does obviously transfer over. This is the sword that I want. I'm a fan of power swords. I love power swords. I also like these things, whatever these are. They're like power swords pretty much, but they're... Well, I guess it says right here, it's a Sword of the Imperial Guard Officers. Cool. I also like the look of these things, too. Thunder hammers and stuff like that are pretty fucking cool. But for Space Marines, I like the chain swords. But I just don't. I like the power swords better in my opinion. I don't know. I just like them. This will come into play later in the game with those guys and companions and stuff. Right now we're still in the beginning. But like I said, I lost all the footage from before.
What makes you think you can catch me this time, Gregor? You've failed so many times before.
I'm gonna make this dude my bitch. But yeah, that's how I know what happens is that I the lost footage. God damn it! Even still, son of a bitch. Oh, I thought that was above me. Okay, now I just feel like an idiot. I'm like saying, "Oh, I've played it before and shit." I'm just walking into stupidity.
You don't want to kill me? You want to join me?
Yeah. Yeah. And up we go. No, but I will definitely say, so as far as I haven't played what I would consider that far. It's not really like I've played through the whole game or anything yet. This uniform he has on right now, I like the overcoat, but I don't like the front part with the stuff right there. And he wears this quite often.
Seekers were waking. Their frigid bodies sore with hibernation sickness, trapped in their caskets with no one to aid them. I bid
Duck.
Corps alert the custodians. Apparently, relief crews were on their way. But why? Why was Eisenhorn doing this?
Duck. So I still actually don't know why he was doing this. So this is still a mystery to me why he's doing this shit. Oh, I can't go that way. I was about to say, like, left or right? Left or right? I guess I can't go left, so we go right. Let's do this. Climbing up fucking ladders and shit. He climbs so weird. Yeah.
Almost got you, Gregor.
Dude, you can't
You're
hit the
only
broads
stretching this
anymore.
out, I clone.
Hell, I'm practically a seasoned veteran at this game now. Other than I haven't beaten it.
Feeling cold, Eisenhorn? You'll join these corpses soon.
That's another thing I didn't know. I didn't know that the Allspecs actually can hack into devices. I thought it was just a scanner. But then again, I don't know canon or not with this. I don't know much about the Allspecs to begin with.
I hesitated. A merciful headshot would have spared her everything. But once awake, the hierarchy of hubris would not understand a mercy killing. Do you think me weak? Flawed? To set my duty before her suffering? I would gladly ignore one life in agony if I could save 100, 1,000 more. For I have the moral strength required of an Inquisitor. Mankind must suffer so that mankind can survive. It's that simple. But to this day, I still dream of the slow death to which I abandoned her.
See, now the only thing I don't understand about that is technically Inquisitors have overwhelming authority gifted to them by the power of their office and
Screaming, the pounding. God Emperor, help me, I will never forget that.
but
Thousands of frantic souls waking up to face an agonizing death.
just waiting for him to stop talking. But yeah, so Inquisitors, as far as my knowledge goes, have the overwhelming authority of the gifted by their office, and in doing so, you know, the God Emperor of mankind. If you want to call him a God Emperor, I believe the Astartes way, which is he is the Emperor of mankind, and is not a god. Flaw me if you will. He is the father of the Primarchs, and the Primarchs the father of the chapter. Ah, fuck that up, my fucking goddamn it. Cut that shit out. Ha, editing. Wait, what is that thing? Oh yeah, there's the crazy dudes. I still don't know what the fuck those guys are. I'm gonna like slow down the footage when I pass them to look at what the fuck they are. I think they're servitors, but I can't tell.
The cryogenerators have come from the ships that first carried humans to this world. The tombs have been raised around them and kept operating for thousands of years.
Sit the fuck down. No, yeah, that's kind of interesting, the cryogenerators. The only thing that I don't understand about the people of Hubris, I believe is the planet we're on right now, is the fact that why would you encapsulate and put into stasis the ruling elite? I just don't understand it. It's like, you're gonna wake them up, like, especially look at how these people look. They're not like, there's no waking up from this.
This was where iClone's men had artificially triggered the revival process. A key component of this mysterious device had been removed.
Yeah, this thing still reminds me of, I believe it's a cogwar or cock. It's something with like a clock or some shit sounding. But it's basically artificial intelligence that's like corrupted by chaos. And that's what that thing reminds me of. Is what it looks like from the pictures that I've seen, at least, of the artificial generator things. Damn it! Damn it! Shit. Oh, come on. I'm not good at this, guys. I'm not. As you guys will also find out, there is such a thing as stealth in this game. I'm about as stealthy as a freaking orc.
Almost, Gregor.
I really wish this dude would stop shooting at me because he's just embarrassing himself. Like, look at that. Look at this shit. This is not... Like, what? You're gonna wake up to look like that with that fucking weird-ass mask on, man? No. These people were probably may have been supposed to be woken up at one point, but they were never waking these people up. They were never gonna wake these guys up, ever. I missed the explosion. Let's explore for a little bit. There's a thing over here. This will heal me. That's why you'll see me. I'll just jump into these and jump right out. Is because they heal me, as you can see at the top bar. So that's why I always hit those whenever I find one. Because, as you see by the steam and shit, I fuck up a lot. Get some. I love killing fools. Eat it. I'm an inquisitor, bitch. Eat shit and die. Is his arm gone? I cut his arm off. I feel no remorse for that. I don't know. I kind of feel bad because these guys technically aren't doing this of their own. Really? I have to jump from here? Okay, but they're not doing this according to their own will. Oh, let's fucking... I don't know. This is... The construction of this confuses me. I'm on a main... This is a support beam that's overlooking everything else on the outside edge. And look at how big this place is. I'm going to take a couple seconds and really look at how massive... Like, they said the number. I forgot what it is. But just look at this. Look at how many... Each one of those is a pod with a person in it. Look at all of them. my glorious question is, well, if you've seen the movie Lockout, I believe it is, where they have all the pods, and seeing like cold storage, and there's that one scene where someone walks out, the pod opens, they just walk forward and go over the guardrail. These guys don't have doors or walkways to get out to. How the fuck do you get down? You just wake up and you're just like, oh, sorry. Plus, look at this place. It's falling apart. If this is the ruling elite, dude, where's the funding for, like, repairs to this bitch? Ah, sword. Yeah, look at that power sword. I love it. Love me a power sword. Woo! No, yeah, but so, since I lost all the recording, I can tell you each one of these episodes is gonna be decently long. Okay. Yep, all my gear. I paused there for a second because my recording software gave me a notification, so I was just like, let's stop here and see if this notification goes away. Because it notifies me if I'm having storage, encoding, or GPU problems, so I can check up on it.
There's nowhere left to run, recidivist.
You cannot stop us, Inquisitor. Your Imperium's days are numbered.
Perhaps, but yours ends here.
I like how he's like, the Imperium's days are numbered. How can you stop the Imperium?
I will make you scream like the girl did. Beg is for mercy, Gregor.
Yeah. Die. Son of a bitch.
Come join her in hell.
I can't get hit again, no. Die, filthy scoundrel.
No more words, heretic.
Do it.
I punched the gun so hard into his mouth the trigger guard broke his lower teeth.
Good night. It's such a small looking gun now. Like when I first saw it, I was like, damn, that's a big ass fucking gun. But then you look at it now, it's small.
Most perturbatory.
Amos?
A codifier of unique design, similar in layout to the mind impulse units used by the hallowed Adeptus Mechanicus to govern the linkage between human brain and god machine. It may be illicit or stolen. The Adeptus Mechanicus would be most interested.
Either way, they're not going to know about it. This is inquisitorial evidence.
Quite so.
Where is this off-worlder, this Eisenhorn? Arrest him!
High Custodian.
You will be detained until...
No. I am an Inquisitor of the God Emperor of Mankind, Ordo Xenos. I will cooperate in any investigation, but you will not and cannot detain me. You understand?
An Inquisitor? Thousands are dead. This desecration, the highborn of hubris, violated by a...
A murderer. A follower of darkness who now lies dead under a plastic sheet on the upper landing platform. I mourn the great loss hubris has suffered tonight. But if I had not been here at all to raise the alarm, who knows what catastrophe Eichlo may have wrought. Or even his overall ambition.
Cyclone, the recidivist? You must brief me on this entire event.
I shall prepare a report and bring it to you. I will have questions for you too. But you have plenty to deal with right now.
Drop the
We made our
hammer.
way out. Betancourt presented the junior custodians with a formal register of evidence to be stored for my inspection. The list included the casket and the bodies of Eichlo and his men. None would be tampered with or even searched until I had looked at them. Betancourt made these requirements abundantly clear. We took Vibben with us. It looked as though we may have had to remain on Hubris for a week. Maybe longer if Carpel proved difficult. But the investigation could not wait. As soon as I returned to the gun cutter, I went to see Loink, our astropath.
Okay, but no, as I said, just drops the hammer. No, I am an Inquisitor. Go fuck yourself. That's pretty much what he says. That's what I love about it.
Master?
Contact the main Astropathicus enclave here on Hubris and request a full transcript of off-world traffic for the past 6 weeks. Also, any record of unlicensed traffic, individuals using their own astropaths. Whatever they can make available. And a little threat that it's an Inquisitor requiring this data wouldn't hurt.
Will you be requiring an auto-seance?
Not yet, but I will eventually. I will give you time to prepare.
Master, is it true that the female Vibben is dead?
Yes, Loink.
Ah, I thought it was quiet.
The comment wasn't as callous as it sounded. Loris Vibben was a latent psyker. Whilst she was alive, I could hear the unconscious broadcasting of her young, eager mind. And yet my psychic abilities at the time were undeveloped compared to Loink's.
He has tubes in his head.
Loink, although a young man, was already physically deteriorating from the demands of a psyker's life. He hadn't been with me long. My previous astropath had been killed trying to translate a warp cipher 6 weeks before.
Our friend. And my office.
I spent an hour with Amos in his cramped, data slate-filled room, preparing a report for Carpel. I set out the basic details, reserving anything I felt he didn't need to know. I accounted for my actions. I made Amos check them against local law. In truth, I was bulletproof against local legislation, but I wanted to check anyway. An Amalathian prides himself on working with the structures of Imperial society, not above or beyond them, or through them, as a mono-dominant might. I wanted Carpel and the senior officials of Hubris on my side, helping my investigation. Although exhausted, I could not sleep before paying one last visit to Vibben.
Oh, that's right, I forgot we do that after. No, see, I couldn't... I'm not the kind of Inquisitor that Eisenhorn is. The Vibben, I think, is what he... No, that's the name of the... Is this? But whatever. The kind of Inquisitor that he is, where he likes to work with local authority. No. If I was an Inquisitor, I would go through local authority.
Loris Vibben. Twice she saved my life. She saw herself as my aide and bodyguard, but in truth, she was more a companion and fellow warrior.
Get ready. Lift off for Sundome in 5.
No, yeah, but that's kind of the cool part. That's kind of the Inquisitor I would be. I'd be going like, when that guy, arrest him. No, I will have you arrested. Fuck ass. You know what I mean? Like, some Inquisitors have extreme authority. It's kind of nuts. And like, you can just go through it.
For the first time in 6 years, I did not dream about Iclone. I dreamt of something else.
Eisenhorn!
Here's this creepy dude.
In the blinding dark came a revelation. His blank eyes were empty. Not like iClone's drones, but vacant, like an immense, starless distance. I had no idea who he was. At that point,
Eisenhorn.
Touchdown! Destination reached. Ready to disembark.
Ugh. No, yeah. So about that the dream sequence that he had, the interesting things that I pick out is the fact that he had the Inquisitional seal on his head, as well as the lock that was locking his collar. And this is the armor for Eisenhorn that I like. I like this, and I think this is more of his formal armor or stuff that he wears, whatever, duds. But I like this stuff over his normal stuff that he wears. Just because I think the shoulder pads and everything, this looks more, yeah, it looks kind of formal, but it's also extremely... Actually, well, you know, something I didn't think of, this could be his inquisitorial uniform, but he often goes undercover. So that's what the difference could be.
Betancourt would like to talk to you in the cockpit.
So there's a creepy ass servitor down there, man. They're creepy as shit. And that above the door, you see the little red light. That's the Vox speaker singing.
Damn bright place.
they have 11 months of pitch dark, so they light their habitat to an excessive degree.
They don't get many visitors in this season. Most of the ships here are local, trans-atmospheric. I make 3 non-locals aside from us. 2 trader launches and a private cutter.
I'd like to know how that bastard Eisenhorn got here, and how he was intending to leave again.
I'll find out. What about Vibin?
Do you know what her wishes were? Did she want her remains sent back to Tornish for burial?
I don't know, Eisenhorn. She never told me either.
Take a look through her effects. See if she left any testament or instructions. Can you do that?
I'd like to do that.
Off we go. Creepy ass fucking singing thing, dude. It's probably like, I mean, you can tell like it's chanting and stuff, but it's just kind of it's just kind of like creepy to me. Like it's probably normal for them.
Amos had completed his report. Now it was time to face the locals.
Can I go? That's the exit door. Trust me, I know. Yay! I love this scene, dude. This scene's awesome.
It was a short trip through the overbright streets to the custodial hall. The flowers?
From the hydroponic farms on East Dome 7.
Signifying?
Morning, same as the sashes. What happened last night is a major tragedy for this world. Yellow is their holy color. I believe the local religion is a solar belief.
The sun as emperor?
Common enough. Extreme here, for obvious reasons.
Nah, but I love this scene. You just gotta... Eisenhorn is just straight up becomes a badass. It's pretty nice. Ruined it a little bit, but it's still the guys who wrote the script, whether they followed the actual book, which is based off a book, if they followed the book, dude, I really want to get the book and read it, man. This is badass.
High Custodian.
They are all dead. All 12,142. Processional 212 is dead. None survived the trauma.
Hubris has my sincere sympathies, High Custodian.
Your sympathies? A great part of our ruling elite die in one night, and we have your sympathies to console us.
That is all I can offer, High Custodian.
Your arrogance astounds me, Off-Worlder. You bring this monster to our world, battle with him through our most sacred sanctums?
Wait. I came here to save you and deny Iclone's plans. But for the efforts of myself and my companions, he might have destroyed more than one of your hibernation tombs. I broke none of your laws. I was careful to preserve your codes in pursuit of my work. What do you mean I brought this monster here?
We registered no off-world ship these past 20 days, except yours, Eisenhorn. Did you choose Hubris because it was a quiet place, where you might finish your feud undisturbed in the long dark?
Amos?
The supports are early Imperial Gothic in style, but...
Amos, the report. Read this, Carpo. Read it thoroughly. Or should I read it aloud to all here assembled? Should I explain how I came here at the last minute when I learned Iclone was moving to Hubris? That I learned that only by astropathic decryption of a cipher message sent by Iclone 2 months ago? A cipher that killed my astropath in his efforts to translate it?
Inquisitor,
And what about this? The evidence that Iclone has been planning a move against your world for almost a year. And this, gathered last night, that an unregistered starship moved in and out of your orbit to deliver Iclone 3 days ago, unnoticed by your planetary overwatch and the Custodian Guardians? You were wide open. He exploited you. Don't blame me for anything except being too late to stop him. As I said, you have my sincere condolences. And next time you choose to confront an Imperial Inquisitor, you may want to be more respectful. I'm excusing a lot, because I recognize the trauma and loss you have suffered. But my patience isn't limitless, unlike my authority. I expect your full cooperation as I extend my investigation.
But the matter is over.
I want your consent for me to continue, as well as your full cooperation. Iclone may be dead, but he was just the blade point of a long and still dangerous weapon.
What are you talking about?
If he speaks again without me knowing who he is, I will throw him out of the window. And I won't open it first.
This is Chastener Fischig of the Adeptus Arbites. I wanted him present.
Chastener.
Inquisitor, my question stands.
Merdin Iclone was a facilitator. A brilliant, devious man, one of the most dangerous I've ever hunted. He had no true allegiances. He worked to facilitate the grand schemes of others. What he was doing here on Hubris was to advance and develop someone else's plans. I must work back from Iclone, his men, from any clue he left, and dig my way into whatever greater secret darkness was employing him.
And for this you want the cooperation of the people of Hubris?
The people, the authorities, you, everyone. This is the Emperor's work. Will you shrink from it?
No, sir, I will not.
Excellent.
I grant my authority. Conduct your work thoroughly and quickly. I ask 2 things in return.
And they are?
You report all findings to me, and you allow the Chastener to accompany you. Fischig has the authority of the Arbites. Consider him a local guide.
and your ears and eyes. I will be grateful for his assistance.
Where first?
They wanted blood, I realized. They wanted someone to punish for the deaths, or something to tell to the rest of the population when they woke to this disaster a few months later. I couldn't blame them.
Midas, prepare the combat simulator. We have a new crew member.
I just love that.
The combat simulator is ready.
Okay, Chasener Fishig. Let's see what you've got.
See what I told you guys? He's a fucking badass. Yeah, I know this. Oh, that's him. This is like servitor abuse, I swear.
Had enough then? Round 2. Begin.
Yep, just gonna kill these motherfuckers. So yeah, so I get to choose his loadout, which is kind of cool. The only problem being is that I don't really see the benefit of changing their loadouts other than when I upgrade my own. Sit the fuck down. Look at that thing. That thing is massive.
This would not be my weapon of choice, Inquisitor. Perhaps I could change.
What do you want to change
Try
to?
changing your weapons before the next round.
You're using the same advanced power sword that I am, and I lift you with the fucking cannon. You want me to upgrade the cannon for you, you stupid fucking Arbite? Like, what the fuck, dude? On a las pistol? I can give you one of those. Actually, he doesn't have limitless... He has unlimited ammo, so maybe... Wait. Mark II plasma gun? That's a plasma pistol. There's a plasma gun. Oh, I can't buy it, guys. I'm gonna give the Arbite the plasma gun next time. Next round.
Use the terminal over there.
I already did. I already did that. God damn it. I had to actually change some of his gear to do something. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Because he has the advanced combat swords already, so it's like, I don't see the reason to. But the plasma gun for him, because I don't think that I think they have unlimited ammo, would be very effective.
Have a chambermaid and more fight.
Get shit on. Nice shot. Thud.
Not bad, Chasener. That's a mess you made of my hold.
Good work.
Master, I have scrutinized all of iClone's transmissions. They are all in cipher, and it will take some time yet for me to unlock them. But Brother Amos is...
The key is in the lag. During your struggle with the recidivist, he was sending and receiving to someone with a 12.5-minute delay. That's another system.
You're sure?
There are 3 worlds between 11 and 15 minutes lag from Hubris. Thracian, Primaris, Cobalt 2, and Gudrun.
Cobalt is no more than an Imperial watch station. Nothing there.
Thracian is no surprise. That's where we followed him from. But Gudrun? Gudrun's a primary trade world. Old culture, old families.
Old poisons.
Can we be more certain?
I'm sure I can break the cipher, Master. At least for the coded headers, if not the actual text. Given enough time...
Lowink, tell Gregor about the Hubris transmissions.
There were messages sent from Hubris to iClone's ship before he arrived. Not so heavily encrypted. They are rather vague and indirect. but they do discuss something called the Pontius.
The Pontius? Do you have a location?
Why else do you employ us? Thorview 12011, on the west side of the dome, the high rent quarter, AristoTurf.
You said we were meeting at 2.
I did, didn't I? Just about to come and find you as it happens. We're going to Thorview.
I love that. You said we were meeting at 2. Okay, but this is where we're going to leave off this episode, guys. So we met Chasener, who I have behind me. We have one of my other crew members. I forget his name. But he's kind of like my mechanicus.
The wealthiest Hubrites kept winter palaces on the west perimeter of the Sun Dome. According to Chasener Fishik, they enjoyed both light and dark, as if that was something indulgent. They looked inwards to the lit dome, and had shutters that could be opened to view the dark landscape of the winter desert. It was a spiritual thing, Amos suggested.
Oh, it's Amos. That's the guy over there. So yeah, no, we're going to end the episode off here. We will pick up in episode 2 right here on this landing pad, where we will continue our adventures in Eisenhorn XENOS, continuing to find whatever that creepy motherfucker is in our dream that we had on our way here. So look forward to that in the next episode, guys. Continuing the hunt, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next episode.
What do you mean?